You're right.
One of the best Marvel films that I've seen in a long time. Let's get right into this video as I review Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This is one of those films that I felt was refreshing to see because Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 brings back a lot of the elements of the first film and adds more to it. I think it's almost in the same levels. I mean, I feel like it was on the same level, to be honest, in terms of how good it was. I wasn't a fan of the second, but this was a step up in the right direction. As I was heading into the cinema, I knew this was going to be a rocket-centric movie. And it does feel that way. And I actually loved it. I love that there was an opportunity to venture into the other characters of the Guardians, because we've been seeing a lot of Peter Quill in the center, we've been seeing a lot of Gamora. This film, I felt, was the most equally distributed amongst all of them. You get the entire bunch once again. Each one has their moment to shine. There was just an ability for even Groot, even Drax, to have their moment on screen that gave more depth to their characters, which was great to witness. It was something finally it happened, that everyone, yes, they come together collectively and it's great when they do, but then individually they have like things that they're going through. They've experienced a lot at this point, even through Endgame, through Infinity War, and to see them having their own moment to shine, and especially for Rocket to have this story really center and focus on him was great to see. Now, this film, in terms of story, was pretty like this very great space odyssey type of movie that the first film did give us, but again, I felt like this was an amped up level. There were side quests, there were things that they had to do, but all pointing to one main goal, which was eventually to save Rocket. We got a lot of flashbacks, again, also to emphasize the origin stories of Rocket. So at times, you might feel like it's a bit confusing, but if you really focus on this film and have your full attention, you're going to be able to follow it with ease. Now, there were some elements that I wasn't really a fan of, but to be honest, these things can be overlooked because overall, the story was pretty engaging and entertaining from start to finish. The first thing that I have to comment on was the main villain, the High Evolutionary. Yes, he was menacing to a certain degree, but I felt like there were still things that could have been improved to really further emphasize the great danger that they were experiencing. Elements and themes on animal cruelty, they weren't all that easy to stomach, but then I felt like it could have pushed him even more to the edge. The way he was defeated felt quick, felt like it didn't really justify how initially powerful looking he seemed. It felt along the lines of the first villain. I forgot his name, but it felt like that, but a bit leveled up in a way. Adam Warlock is the second element that I felt didn't really give justice. He was one of those that I read in terms of doing research, was one of the crucial characters in the Marvel Comics universe. Didn't feel that way because he came in and out of this movie and you didn't really feel his presence. It felt like the film could have done without his presence, to be quite honest. Now, the visuals is the third thing that I wasn't really a fan of at certain moments. Like that walrus anamorphic creature, he wasn't all that polished in terms of the animation style. It felt weird. It was very inconsistent at times. But overall, again, these are things that you can overlook because at the heart of this is a very emotional story. And when I say emotional, man, this film plays a lot with your emotions. You get moments that are funny.
We're listening to everything you're saying.
And it is
painful.
You get moments that are very dramatic, and like, I honestly cried at one moment here, especially with the storyline of Rocket. There's just so much weightiness to it that I haven't seen, or that I haven't related in terms of the Guardians of the Galaxy. When I think of the Guardians of the Galaxy, I just feel like I'm just gonna have a fun time. I'm just gonna have like an easy watching experience. It's gonna be funny because the group in itself is very comedic, and you get that. The lines, the jokes, the dialogue, they're funny, they land here. But then the emotional heaviness of this, we've been with these guys for the longest time, and there's almost like this sentimental goodbye that you're feeling. And the way it goes out in this film, again, with every character having their moment, with every character having more depth added to them, it's just amazing to see that different genres, the action was jam-packed, everything coming together. It was just really refreshing. So I give this film a score of 8 out of 10. Kumbaga nakakapaglubag siya ng loob after everything I've seen so far with the MCU. It gives me hope that yes, they can nail it. It's not perfect, this film, but it's definitely a must watch. I do suggest you check it out. It just started today, or kanina, in cinemas here in the Philippines. You can still watch it throughout the week, and for those who have seen it, leave a comment down below. I would love to know your thoughts. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let's start a conversation down below. And as always, don't forget to make every day into an adventure. See you guys in the next one. God bless. Stay safe. Stay hydrated.